Today's video is going to be awesome. This Xena build is fully loaded. If you enjoy detailed combat with endless maneuvers and options, then this build is for you. Be sure to thumbs up this video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel, especially if you enjoy the vibes here. You guys, I'm so excited about this build, especially because it's inspired by one of my favorite TV show characters, Xena, and I grew up watching that all the time. So without further ado, let's get into the stats. For this build, I went to focus on strength, constitution, and charisma, but I also knew that I was going to be multi-classing in different classes, so I had to be able to balance out everything that made sense for this build. Starting off, we have 17 in strength, 12 in dexterity, 14 in constitution, 10 in intelligence, 10 in wisdom, and 12 in charisma. And honestly, looking back, I could have made some of the stats lower in points, but for gameplay purposes, I wanted it to be as balanced as possible so that way I can get the roleplay that I wanted when I was playing, but feel free to adjust these numbers. For the fighting style, I chose dueling, and the reason why is because you gain an additional 2 damage with a weapon that is not two-handed. And you can still keep this bonus even with a shield, which in the future I do plan on picking up Ketheric Thorn's shield, and there's another shield in the Underdark that grants you Shield Bash. At level 3, you gain Oath spells, which it comes with Hunter's Mark and Bane, and then you also gain class action bonuses. Your spells are based off of charisma. Like I was saying before, you can adjust the numbers that I use for the base. The spells that I recommend would have to be Thunderous Smite, which leaves an enemy prone for 1 turn. That is actually a really good one. Smearing Smite deals 1 6d fire damage to an opponent, and it's actually pretty cool because they'll be on fire for 10 turns, and you can also add command if you want to. At level 4, we get our first feat, and I chose stat modifier, and I just increased my strength +2. You can always play around with this. I ended up at the end, once I got to level 12, having 20 strength, which is crazy because like my stats were actually pretty balanced, but you can play around with this as much as you want to. But yeah, we're gonna move on to level 5. At level 5, we gain Hold Person and Misty Step. Not only that, we also gain an extra attack, which is going to come in handy because at level 6, we are going to be putting points into fighter. For this build, we're going to put 3 levels into fighter, and the fighting style that I chose is 2 weapon fighting, and the reason why is because you can hold heavier weapons and dual wield. I know a lot of people mix up dual wielding and 2 weapon fighting all the time. It's not the same thing. Moving right along, once you level up to level 2 in fighter, you will get your action surge, and at level 3 we are going to be picking Battle Master as our subclass, and this is where our gameplay is going to get super interesting. Moving down to maneuver, we're going to be using disarming attack. With this new bonus, we are able to disarm our opponents via melee or ranged attack. Then we also get a pushing attack maneuver, which is awesome. You guys seen that in the intro clip. I absolutely love that. You can use melee or range. I spent hours testing out this build, and honestly, Commander Strike was kind of interesting to me, even though sometimes it didn't always work the way that it should, and I'm not really sure why. I could be using it wrong, but I still recommend it. The second one that I tested out was Rally, and I really do like this because you can heal your opponent. They gain +8 hit points when you do this, and I believe it gives them a buffer for 5 turns. So that one is also really good if you're interested in it. I kind of wish that you could rally everyone, but you only could just rally one person. Okay, so last but not least, our final points will be going into the Barbarian class, and oh my goodness, this is how we get our HP to go up. As you guys know, Xena is a human, so that is the race that we ended up choosing, and you can choose whatever race you want if you want to take this build and kind of make your own warrior princess. I think that would be super cool. At level 3, we get to choose our subclass, and I chose Berserker. And the reason why is because I get to throw items. If you guys haven't seen my Fiona Shrek build, then please check it out because I absolutely love the idea of picking up items and throwing it. But anywho, Enraged Throw is actually really good. Did you know that you could pick up an opponent or an ally and throw them? Use them as a weapon? It's really good. Okay, so once we get to level 4 in Barbarian, we are going to pick our last feat, and this feat is Charger. This is actually one of my third favorite feats, and the reason why is because it does so much damage and the animation for it is crazy good. And the good thing about this feat is that it does not provoke any opportunity attacks as you're pushing your opponents out the way. It's such a great feat. Well, this concludes the end of the video. I do have some bonus content if you guys are interested. I wanted to showcase certain items that you can find in the game that I feel are super handy, and also a weapon that I have found in the Underdark that I also would recommend for this build. Please be sure to check the description box because anything regarding face presets and mods as far as the outfits are down below. Just keep in mind that this whole playthrough was vanilla, meaning that I did not use anything to change my build. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye for now.
Never going back. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. They never take me. I paid enough for petty dues. I paid enough of shitty news. I had a thing for dirty shoes since I was 10. Love dirty men alike. Ooh, better day than yesterday. Ooh, I just take it day by day. 9 a.m. Heartbeat make me feel young again. Can't beat them, just join the party. I don't wanna, don't need nobody. All that I got, pieces and pages, talking a lot. Sorry, I'm faded, think I forgot.